Here is a quick demo of how to use the peer review app if you want to bring your course online quickly. So it has a not too friendly URL, but you can put this in the Latte page and students can get to it. I can try to make a better one later. You log in with your Brandeis email. So here, or any Gmail, but it should be Brandeis. If you want to create a course, then up here, also this is not too friendly because I didn't want to have too many people creating courses, but everybody at Brandeis can. You add /create course to the end of the URL and hit return. And now you can add the name of the course. So I'll say, let's say the COSI JBS 2020 and return. Okay, it appears here, COSI JBS 2020 in the courses I'm teaching. And if I click on it, it gives me a student pin. So I can then let the students have this pin and they'll be able to access the tool. I can now add problem sets. So you have to give a name to the problem set. Let's call it problem set 1. Save. And then I have another one, problem set 2. Usually I do this with lesson 1, lesson 2. So every lesson I have a new problem set. In problem set 1, you can then add problems. So problem title is something fairly short. So if I'm doing programming, I would do something like dictionaries, and then you have the problem description. So write the Python code to print the keys of a dictionary with one key per line. And I would do this typically in class. Rubric, I'll say 2 points. 2 equals perfectly correct. You don't have to do this. 1 equals partly correct. 0 equals wrong. Okay, submit. When you click on it as the instructor, you can then see how many students have answered it, how many have reviewed other people's answers, and what the average review is. You can also click the stop problem if you don't want them to add any more solutions, and you can restart it if you want. Okay, so let me go back to the top, back to the problem set and list of problem sets, back to home. So let me show you one of my courses. So here's CS10A, which is my Python course. And you see I have lessons, one for each lecture. And say for lesson 20, I have 3 problems. And for each problem, I see this, and then I can, if I see that 45 students have answered it, and they've made 11 reviews, and I can show all the answers. And then here I can go through and I can look at all the answers and discuss them, debrief them, talk about some of the reviews if this doesn't have any interesting reviews, and back to the problem. I can also see back to the problem set and back to list of problems. I can also show the summarized student info, but I don't want to do that right now because students might see this, so I don't want to show them that information. I can show the TAs, so if you want to have TAs, you can add TAs or remove them, and TAs have all the abilities of a teacher. So they can create problems, they can look at the students' answers, and so on. Okay, now from a student's point of view, let me go back to my 2020. This is my pen, so I would put that on Latte. And now let me log out and log in as a student. So log out, log in. So here I'll log in with a different account, say my other Gmail account. And if I paste in, yes, the students paste in that 7-digit code, and then there it is. Now, if I go back to home, you see now CSJBS 2020 is there. It's a course I'm taking. I don't own it because I'm a student now. If I click on it, I can now answer a question. Dictionaries. So this would be 4K in D.keys, print K, that's my answer, submit. Once I've done a submission, I can click on Review Other Answers, which will show me a student's answer and let me make a review. Since I'm the only one here, there aren't any there. And let me go back. I can show you this actually from the instructor's point of view, or from the student's point of view for another class. So back to home. Let's say this one, Brandeis. So, whoops, no, not that one, sorry. CS10A Spring 20, great, lesson 20. Okay, so here's a real one. So I'll say, what's the result of this code? It's going to be x equals 0, 1, 2, 3. No, print. So it's going to print 1 space that, space A colon 2, B colon 13, I colon 4, curly brace, and then the list A, comma, B, comma, C, square bracket. That's my answer. Submit. Now I can review other answers. So here's somebody else's answer, and that looks perfectly correct. So I will say, yes, perfect. Submit. And now that's the only answer, and I can look at somebody else's. And this one is, yes, excellent. 2, excellent. Submit. If somebody else had answered it, I'm the first one to review it. Somebody else would review it, I would see their reviews. And so I continue doing this. This is another one, which is excellent. Perfect. Submit. Until I'm done. I can go back to the problem set. Okay, this is the peer review app. It allows you as an instructor to get an immediate sense of whether the students understand a new concept. It also allows students to critique each other. You didn't see it in these examples because they were kind of too simple. But it will allow you to make your online classes much more interactive. And typically, when I teach this class, there are 100 students, and 60% will be online streaming, live streaming, and the other ones will be in class. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. You can reach me at tjhickey@brandeis.edu. Nope, not that. Now I want to close it.